Are you ready?
Join on a corner where the big boys play.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ask StreamYard. I am your host, Melanie Diane Howe. I'm so excited to be here with everybody today. We got a really great show planned for you guys today. I'm pretty excited about it. So we're going to get a little techie. We're going to help you increase the production of value of your broadcast with some of the free graphics that StreamYard has been providing, which is super awesome and generous. So I want to give a shout out to everybody watching this morning. We got all kinds of people coming in from all over the place. We got Atlanta in the house. We got the Philippines. We got Mariano J. Hello, Mariano J. It's good to see you back. We got Karinder here. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh. We have Pakistan, Tampa, Kansas. Mike from Never Let the Machine Win is back from Ontario, Canada. Niagara Falls up there. I'm sure it's pretty chilly up there right now, right? Okay, this is super exciting. Super, super excited to be here today. Yes, Jennifer, yes, you caught me live. That's right. We are live right now. So we are multi-streaming right now. We are in our Facebook group. We're on our Facebook page. We're actually over on YouTube. We're on LinkedIn. We're even on Twitter. We're all over the place today. So we are streaming out here, of course, using our wonderful multi-streaming feature of StreamYard, which is super fun. You guys are excited today. Comments are coming in super fast. I love it. Super excited about it. I am going to be teaching you guys today about how to use the free graphics that StreamYard has been providing. And if you don't know about these graphics yet, hang on. We're going to talk about these graphics. I'm going to show you what some of them look like. I'm going to tell you how to access them, but I'm also going to show you how you can be using them in your streams. And I've got one trick up my sleeve because you know me, I always like to come with an extra trick or a bonus tip or something to just help things go from here to here. Right? So that's what we're going to be doing today for sure. So this is our Ask StreamYard show. If this is the first time you've been tuning into the show, basically what we do here is we look for questions that posted in our community, out on Twitter, wherever, and we actually will pick questions that we feel like, A, lots of other people probably have, or B, they're really good and juicy and we can like take a deep dive with them. Strategic types of questions and things like that are my favorite ones, or ones that, quite frankly, have more of a complex answer than just a simple, here's how you do it. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So today we are actually going to be, I'm going to be showcasing these graphics, showing you how to get to them. So who here has used the free graphics from StreamYard? So we've been providing these graphics. StreamYard has been providing these graphics for, I think, 3 months now. I think October, November, and December. Each month, they have released new graphics. So if you want to get to those graphics, you actually need to join our Facebook group over on Facebook, and you can just simply search StreamYard Community, and that is going to show up for you. So it's very simple. It's just right there. Search for it. It'll pop right up. Just answer the questions and join that community. It is a open community of lots of live streamers, people that are aspiring to be live streamers, all the way to professional live streamers. Many of you are, of course, in our community already. And the other thing is that it's a great place for you to get support in how you are exploring live video, live streaming, but also if you have questions about the StreamYard application itself, there are so many people in there that are so helpful. And of course, the StreamYard team is in the comments as well, making sure that they can support you. It's a really great place to be inspired, but also, like I said, just kind of get the support you want. I know many times I will see somebody ask a question and I'm like, wow, that's a great question. I never really thought about that. And then I see boom, 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 all these answers coming in from our community members. And I'm just like, I love it. So, you know, obviously I'm a professional live streamer, but there's always something to learn. And that is actually one of the things that I love the most about live video is that you really can't ever stop learning or stop adding or stop, you know, embracing new things or just improving, right? And so I personally love it. I feel like it's a journey that we can be on for a long time, but I also love being inspired and learning from our community members, especially when they share tips and tricks and a good hack or two here and there too. So make sure you join that community. That is actually, you're going to join the community, and then what you'll see is at the top of the community, there will be a pinned post by Julie Riley. She's posting this each month, and it will take you to a link to a Google Drive folder. Now, you don't have to have a Google Drive account. You can just literally go right in there and download these graphics from StreamYard, and that's how they're doing it now. That might change in the future, but right now it's really simple to access them. So that's how you're going to do it. So let me yeah, fantastic. So Ferocious Beard Company says, just signed up for the Facebook group, been a paid StreamYarder for about a year. Great improvements over the past 6 months. Yeah, I agree. I really appreciate that comment, because I totally agree. Literally, they have been like releasing features and updates like crazy. And there are so many exciting things they've added to the platform. And there's more exciting things coming for sure. So I'm pretty pumped about it. We're going to have a lot of fun today. And Anna says, I just grabbed them yesterday. They're fabulous. I'm so very thankful. Yeah, great. Excellent. So I'm going to make sure everybody knows kind of how they can be using these, of course. But I'm also going to, like I said, I've got a trick or two that I'm going to be showing you as well, because there's definitely some things that we can do with these graphics that's super fun. So I just want to check on everybody, making sure that everybody is good to go today. Got to say hello to lots of people joining us today. We've got Sharon here from Minnesota. Matthew Llewellyn is here. Hello, Matthew. It's good to see you. We've got more representation from Canada. I love it. Fantastic. So, okay, so we are going to, sorry, best way to grab the content for those of us not on Facebook. Well, as of right now, Brandon, you are going to need to join the Facebook community. This is definitely one of those exclusive perks of being a part of our community. It is certainly free to join. Of course, as you know, Facebook is, of course, free to be a part of. So if you don't have a Facebook account, maybe go create one really quick, hop in that Facebook community and grab the link so that you can have that. Now, you can bookmark the Google Drive link because there is a master folder that these are getting uploaded into right now. So this is how we're providing these graphics as of right now. But that's a great question. I know that some people don't have Facebook accounts, or they're not really like active on Facebook. I totally get it. But maybe just go create an account, join the community, and grab your graphics. That'd be a great way to do it. So okay. Jennifer says, I did a rehearsal with my CEO yesterday for the first time since 2020, and she was so impressed with how much StreamYard capabilities have improved. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, that's pretty fun that somebody who, was using the platform for you a while back, and then they've jumped in and they're like, whoa, things have changed. There are a lot of things that have changed. They've really done a great job bringing things to the next level. So I'm excited. I'm excited about what's happened and what's coming. I can tell you that right now. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump in. We are going to be talking about using StreamYard's free graphics for your streams. Now, as I mentioned, you do need to be a part of the Facebook group in order to grab those. So I'm going to pull up my screen because I want to show everyone what this post looks like so that you know what you're looking for when you join the group. So let me go over here. Over in StreamYard, the StreamYard group, share my screen. And when you join the group, you're basically going to see at the top of the screen a featured section. So literally up at the top right here, this is the StreamYard community, but right here in the first post, you see featured. And this is actually where you want to be hanging out because this is where important announcements are posted. This is also where you can find those graphics. And so you see here, it says Happy December. And so if you just click on this post right here, you are actually going to find that Google Drive link right there. So that's what you're looking for. This is the most recent post. Depending on when you're watching this, if you happen to be watching this replay in January, then you might be looking for a different color one and it might say Happy January. I don't know. Or it might say Happy New Year. I'm not sure. But that link, when you click on this link, it is going to take you to a Google Drive folder. Now, this one is in particular the December graphics. But I want you to look at this folder right here, Assets for Community. And if you click on that link, that's the link that you should be bookmarking. And all you have to do is grab this link up here and bookmark that link. And if you do that, then you are actually going to have access to each month, every month. You don't have to look for Julie's post. You can just grab it and find it. So this is, as we mentioned, a perk for our community. There's a little instruction document right here. But if you just drill into, we'll just click on our December assets. If you click here, you're going to see we've got Boxing Day backgrounds, we've got some GIF files, holiday backgrounds, Kwanzaa, logos, all kinds of stuff. There's even the Stream Deck icons have been added to this folder as well. So if you want to get those Stream Deck icons, they are right there for you. So okay, so let me show you what these assets look like. But again, this is where you're going to want to go into that Facebook community and, of course, grab that link, bookmark it, and just hang on to it, right? That's definitely a key aspect is just bookmark it. Then you don't have to keep looking for it each month. I know I did that so that I have that main folder. So, okay, here is what I want to show. I want to show you guys what these look like, right? So that's what we're going to do real quick. I'm going to show you a quick demo. So we have backgrounds and we have some GIF files. There are some other overlays and some countdown timers that have been provided to you guys as well. A lot of them are like the StreamYard looking ones that you've probably seen on our town halls. So if you want to use those, you certainly can do that. Now, I want to point out something that's really important is that any of these features, so to use the custom background, to use the custom overlay, whether it be animated or not animated, to use the custom logo, all that, you do have to be on one of StreamYard's paid plans. So if you're a StreamYard user using on a free account, then you could download these graphics, which I actually recommend you do. That way, if you do upgrade later, you will have these graphics already downloaded and ready to start using. So they're somewhat seasonal. Some of them are seasonal, but some of them are not seasonal. So again, even if you are on a free plan right now, go ahead and grab these graphics for yourself so that maybe later when you do upgrade, you'll have those graphics ready to go. So, but all of you that are on any of our paid plans, you will be able to use these graphics, including custom backgrounds, logos, and all the things. So I wanted to make sure everybody understood that. So we were all on the same page before I went too much further. Okay, so here is one example. So the overlays are probably my favorite, the GIF overlays. So an overlay looks like this. This is just an image overlay that's filling the entire screen. You know, that is certainly one of the easiest things you can do. I actually like these for big announcements, calls to action. Now, another example of an overlay would be a transparent overlay with graphics like this one. So this is actually just a overlay PNG file that's transparent, which is why you can still see me. So this graphic is displayed over me, over my video feed, but you can still see me because it's transparent. Did you know that you can use transparent GIF files as well that will actually still let you be seen as well? Now, the key to the GIF file is it has to be less than 3 megabytes. So that can be tricky to do sometimes, but of course, the designers that we've hired to help us make these graphics for you have done that, taken that into consideration. So you can have a lot of fun with some streams. So if you're using StreamYard, for example, and you absolutely love the application and you want to share your referral code, or if maybe you're one of our affiliates, then one of the great things you can do is talk about the application that you're using. I'm using StreamYard, so if you want to try it out, use my referral code and you'll get a $10 credit in your account, blah, 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 blah. But you can also, when you do that, you can pull up one of these fun little graphics. We got puddles kind of flying across the screen here, which again is just super fun. You're also showing your audience, you're showing off what you can do with StreamYard. So, why not use a little puddles fun? Also, I mean, who doesn't love a little flying puddles, right? So we actually have that one, and then we have another version of puddles flying across the screen from the other direction. Now, here's a little tip for everybody that's using any kind of animated GIF file as an overlay. And notice I clicked on it. So you simply select that overlay. And when you do, it is going to loop. So GIF files will loop. So it's going to keep going. So puddles is coming back around. So the GIF is actually starts with puddles on this side of the screen, and then puddles flies across, and then the GIF recycles and loops. If you don't want the loop factor, so if I click it, he goes away. Right? Puddles goes away anytime I click it and click again, just like that. But if you want to have that seamless look, then what you're going to want to do is time it so that as soon as he flies off screen, deselect the overlay, and then puddles won't come flying back around. So like right now, he's gone. because I deselected the overlay. So that's kind of like one of the tips about how you want to be using an animated GIF like that. Certainly is, one of those things. So I always, like, if you're designing your own animated GIFs or hiring somebody to design your own animated GIFs, keep that whole loop factor in mind. So, you either want there to be, have it play the GIF and then have it have a blank a time at the end so that you have time to deselect it. That's also something that you might want to consider as well. Okay, so Tammy says, how long does it take to get approved in the Facebook community? Well, I happen to know that I don't know how often they go look at the member requests, but I know that they are looking at them daily. So if you've requested access and if you've not gotten accepted, within 24 to 36 hours, send an email to support. Maybe there's something, and I know that sometimes certain accounts can look. I don't want to say yours does. I'm just saying, like, if you don't have a profile picture, for example, or if you really don't use Facebook and you just created an account and you didn't put a profile picture in there, it's possible that they may not accept you because they may think that you're a bot or a troll. So if that's the case, then simply shoot an email to our support team, support@StreamYard.com, and they'll get you taken care of. But it should be pretty quickly. I mean, they're looking at that. There's lots of people that are actually checking that. There's moderators that we have. And then, of course, Julie, Riley, Christian are both in there. So great question. Wanted to make sure I took care of that for sure. Okay, so Gizzard says, I have access to the Facebook group, but I'm not finding the Facebook post you're in reference to, and the link from another stream does not work. This is not helping me. Well, Gizzard, I just showed you, my friend. So let's just show you again. Gizzard, if you go to the Facebook community, it is literally right at the top. So let me show you one more time. I'll show you here real quick. Whoops. Pull this up. All right, so Facebook group, right? Here's your Facebook group. If you see right here, featured, if you look at featured, you're going to see Julie's post right here. All you have to do is click on that, and then there is your post. It's literally right at the top. So you may have just scrolled past it and missed it, but there it is. Hopefully that helps you out. Certainly happy to show that to you again. Shouldn't be too hard to find. It's right there at the top. Okay, let's see here. I'm looking to see, make sure that we have a... When can we have fade effect for overlay? That's a great question. So it's like a transition style, I think is what you're talking about. That is a great feature request. And if you want to submit your feature request, if anybody has great ideas for features, we love hearing them. Go to StreamYard.com/contact, and there's actually a link there for you to fill out a feature request form. Definitely fill that out. Let them know what you want to do, why you want it, and explain as much as possible so that they can add it into their potential queue of possible features. But great question. Certainly would be one of those things that you want to do. So Hella Bass says, it would be awesome if they had somebody accepting during this live stream. Well, I know that Christian is watching, so I'm sure that he can hopefully get us some fast-tracked approvals for sure. So Anna says she was approved within 2 hours yesterday. Yeah, they're really, seems to be that they're definitely on it. So hopefully they'll be on it today while we're talking today. Okay, let's see. Gizzard Gary says, I'm on the Facebook community. I clicked featured. That post is not at the top of the feed. I don't know what's going on there then. That's strange for sure. So, I don't know. It should be right there. So maybe refresh, maybe go through the different ones. But it should definitely be right there. You could also go into the Facebook group and do a search and search Julie Riley. And you're going to see all of Julie Riley's posts. You'll probably see a lot of streams because when we stream into the group, it does stream under her profile. So maybe that's another way that you can find it. So you're looking for that green post and you'll find it from there. So, okay. I'm going to get to, if you guys have questions, don't be afraid to ask your questions. I want to make sure, that I am going to answer your questions, but I also want to show and share a bunch of different things for you guys today. So here's another really cool feature, but I want to show the other aspects of this. So I'm going to actually show you a couple more. So I showed you puddles. This one's super fun, especially for this time of year. This is part of the December assets. And you're going to notice this is, of course, another transparent GIF file. And the way that we know that is because the lights are twinkling, right? The lights are twinkling. So you add this, it's just going to put it on top of anything you have here. If you are going to share a screen, you are going to, of course, that overlay will still stay there. So anytime you're using an overlay graphic at all, make sure that it doesn't disrupt. It's not too disruptive with what you have on screen. So that's a tip that I wanted to share and make sure everybody kind of was aware of, because honestly, sometimes I do see people's streams and they create these overlays and it's like super busy, or it's covering too many things up when they're, the way their production is. So be thinking about your production and what you're going to be doing. We've actually designed these with that in mind. So we've tried to keep that, like, as you notice, it's a fairly simple overlay. It's not too busy, not too much. It certainly is going to cover up part of your screen. You notice here the lights are kind of coming down into this part, but overall it's a pretty safe overlay. And of course, we took that into consideration. So something that you want to be thoughtful of when you are streaming. Now, here's a few other overlays that I want to show you as well. This one is the fireworks one. This one's pretty fun, kind of cute. It's, just simple. It's going to recycle again. So again, if you want to keep them going, keep them going. But if you want to have it go once and then deselect at the end. There you go. Now, one of my favorite ones that's also there that I've been using lately that I absolutely love. I did a celebration stream last week and I totally played this one because it was just a blast, especially during like my countdown and stuff. And this is our confetti one, our confetti burst. I mean, this is awesome. I just love it. So if you're celebrating something, even if you are celebrating something for yourself, if you're shouting out one of your community members, this is just another way to just add that engagement and make people feel special. So again, if you're celebrating one of your members, what they've posted in a comment, then use this, like click on this, use it so that you are just adding extra attention. The other thing that these overlays are doing is that they are also going to help you, what we like to say, stop the scroll. So whether you're on, looking through YouTube, looking through Facebook or wherever, you are absolutely like only going to click on the things that look interesting to you, whether it be because of the person, because of the title of that post, or because of the imagery that you see, whether it be a graphic, a still graphic, or because it's a video. And if it's a live video, then you're going to be seeing a muted version. Like it's going to be muted, but you're going to see that person talking. Like if you are seeing stuff on screen, then people are more likely to stop because they're going to be like, whoa, why is there snow going all over the place during Mel's live video today or whatever? So these extra, production elements are going to draw attention. The other thing I want to say about these extra production elements is that they can also be distracting. So there is a balance when you're using these graphics, using these elements in your live videos. You can overdo it. So, if you're constantly, if you are literally talking and puddles is flying across the screen like the entire time you're talking, or you have, fireworks going the entire time you're talking, it is going to get to be a bit much. So use them sparingly, but use them for certain things. So again, I talked about if you are a StreamYard user and you love StreamYard and you want to get those credits in your account so that you can not have to pay for StreamYard, then be referring StreamYard to your audience. Use your referral link. And if somebody signs up through your link, they're going to get a $10 credit in their account. And then if they sign up, you're going to get actually like credits in if they sign up for a paid plan, you're going to get credits in your account eventually, which are applied to future invoices. So that's a great way for you to get free StreamYard. But again, call attention by using the graphic to just add that extra production element and extra emphasis on how awesome StreamYard is, right? This is something that I did when I first started using StreamYard, and it worked very, very well for me. So these graphics are great ways for you to do that. Okay, so let me check on you guys because we got lots of comments coming in, a whole bunch of comments coming in for sure. So lots of people are asking for access to our group, which is fantastic. So, hopefully we've got everybody in there and making sure that we're good to go. So everybody's going to be getting approved in there. They're pretty fast. So for sure, definitely make sure that you guys do that. So Video for Bossa says, I'm late to the party, so I'll be going back on the replay. No problem whatsoever at all. No problem at all. Let me just check on everybody. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay, so good. So Now, one thing I want everyone to know too, new members to the community. If you are new to the community, the Facebook community, you are going to want to make sure that you also click on, there's a link on the live show inside the community. There is a link in the description that says, I'm going live using StreamYard, blah, blah, blah. It's basically go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. And basically when you're going to give Facebook permission to share your information with StreamYard. All it's sharing is your profile image and your name, because there's a privacy setting in a Facebook group. So that's why you are showing up this way, whoever you are. But thank you for confirming that the post is there. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to jump on. I'm actually pinning a few of your questions. So I'm starring them. That is actually a new feature that is super. I love it. I'm absolutely so excited about it because it does help me make sure that I can scroll up and I can find your questions. You guys have great questions. Put a Q in front of the question for me. That is going to help me. That is definitely going to help me find your question easier. But right now I'm sliding through. So Letitia says, I'm going to use the confetti and fireworks when someone comments. People love that. Yeah, honestly, I really do think that you can use these graphics to foster more engagement. You're rewarding them. One of the things that I love about StreamYard is displaying comments. When you display comments, it is fostering additional engagement. More and more people are like, oh, sweet, they're going to feature my comment. They're more willing or likely to comment at that point. But using these graphics is actually also going to help you just, again, foster more engagement, have more fun, and also be memorable. So for sure. Okay, so if you are just joining us, then I want to let you know that what we are talking about today is we are actually covering how to use these free live streaming graphics to increase that production value of your live stream. Now, recently, StreamYard provided free graphics. They started providing free graphics for everybody, and you can access those if you join the Facebook group and go up to the featured post at the very top. You will see posts from Julie Riley where she is actually showing you where to get these graphics. So right here is the post that you're looking for. And if you go to this link right here, it's going to take you to a Google Drive folder. That's where you can get all these graphics. Now, if you want to get the confetti one that I showed you earlier, you actually going to go over here to overlays when you back out. So the assets for community, go to overlays, and it's in that particular folder right there. So that's where you can access the confetti one that I showed you earlier. So, okay. All right, I want to show, now there are backgrounds as well, right? There are backgrounds as well that are part of all of this, these graphics too. So hold on, I see a couple comments I just want to check on. Oh, nice. Dale Bishop says, have been using the lights for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, those Christmas lights are super fun, right? I definitely think that it's one of those things. It's just this time of year, why not, right? And right now the team is committed to providing graphics, even next year. So we've got more coming. That is definitely the plan. So I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, so Paranormal Gateway Paratalk says, I'm at December assets. It does not let me go back to previous months. Can you give me the link to the main assets to bookmark? So Paranormal Gateway Paratalk, sorry. That might be because of the Google Drive. It's probably because I already accessed that folder. That might be the case. So here's what I would say. If you go to, let me just check. I'm going to look, but this might be a follow-up thing that we need to post in our group. But let me just check on something. Featured, I feel like the previous months are actually in the featured. Oh, hold on. I'm getting there. I'm checking something real quick because real quack. Did you hear what I just said? I just said real quack. That was not even on purpose. I feel like, yep, Happy November is there. Yeah. Okay. So Paranormal Gateway, Paratalk, and everybody else, if you're not able to back into that folder, then here's what I would suggest. Go back to the group and let me go with this view. Go back to the group. And if you scroll on these little buttons right here, you're actually going to go back and find the previous pinned post. These are just pinned posts. And there's the October one right there. So October is there. So you're going to have a link in there. November's there. You're going to have a link in there. I will see, I'll get with Julie and get with the team and see if we can also share that main parent folder as well for those of you that just want to bookmark that folder, because it is definitely simpler so that you can access those other assets for sure. So good question. Thank you for asking that. And thank you for clarifying that. We'll definitely see what we can do to get that taken care of. Okay, so we are talking about using your custom graphics, using custom graphics in your streams. We're talking about overlays, animated overlays, and we're going to talk about backgrounds in a minute. But there's also, you can also put, there's a Santa logo, there's a Santa hat on top of puddles that's also part of those graphic assets too. Gosh, that's hard to say. Maybe I should take another sip of coffee, right? So the other version of these graphics are backgrounds, right? So backgrounds are part of there's some holiday backgrounds in our December package as well. And so, I'm going to turn on one of those right now. Now, the key to backgrounds for right now, there is a new layout coming, a new layout option coming, where you would actually be able to have a background displayed and you would be on solo mode, which right now I'm on solo mode. So it's just me on screen, right? So you can't see my background because it fills the screen. But there is a option coming that it will basically bring your webcam view and bring you in just a little. And part of what will happen is around you, there will be a frame. There will be a frame that will be your background showing through on the outer edges of you on screen. So that's coming. It's still in beta testing. It will be coming soon, of course. I think that Dan and Gage actually did a preview of that feature a while back. But so when that comes, you would be able to be on screen by yourself and select that option, and then part of your background frame would show up, right? Right now, the only other times your background frame is going to show up is when you have a guest or guests on screen, or when you're sharing your screen. So for example, when I was sharing my screen earlier, so now you see the background, right? I can change that background in my custom backgrounds. We use this one all the time for Ask StreamYard, but if you wanted to use the holiday background that we've uploaded, this is where it's going to show up. Now you have a couple different layout options here with your shared screen. This would be another one where that background, I always want to do that. That background's going to show up over there. And then of course, this version is going to show up around all the edges as well as around your webcam. Now, again, more people on screen with you, it's going to cover up more elements of that background. So we have a few different backgrounds for you to choose from for, of course, this season. Definitely check those out in the December graphics package or folder. But I wanted to point that out because this was a question that was recently asked by one of our community members. She was asking, she's like, how do I want to use this background, but it's not showing up, because she was in solo mode. And she's like, how do I get the background to show up with me on stream? It's not showing up. Well, as of right now it's changing. A background won't show up unless you are sharing your screen or you have guests on screen. But soon there will be a version where your web view will be, or your webcam will come in and part of that outer edge will be shown. Remember in the beginning of the show when I told you I had a little trick up my sleeve? How about we come up with a temporary solution to help you out for now, okay? So if you are wanting that frame look for your backgrounds, right, then we can do that. We just have to get a little bit scrappy, as I like to say, right? A little bit scrappy. So I'm going to show you an application, but many of you that are using Photoshop or a photo editing application, you can just use your photo editing application to do this. But I'm actually going to show you how to do something pretty fun inside of Photopea. So inside of Photopea, right now I'm starting some questions because you guys are putting some awesome questions up here. So definitely going to come back to those questions. So be patient with me. Let me show you something super fun. So if you go to Photopea.com, and it is Photopea, meaning I'm going to share my screen so you'll see it here. Here we go. So Photopea, right there. That's how you spell it. Photopea.com. This is a free application. Now, it's free because look at all these fun ads that are getting presented to you, right? But this is essentially they have taken Photoshop and they have created kind of a free version of it. All right. We're not going to get into all that stuff, about how maybe that okay that is or how not okay that is, but I'm gonna show you how to use this application. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually going to open a file. These graphics that we provided to you, the background files are, of course, still images. So let me go here to my folder. I'm gonna grab this background file that you see here, right? The same one. This is the file. What you can do is you can actually take that. Oh, you know what? I skipped a step. Oh no, I know there's a way to do it in here, but gosh, I'm not that good at it. I think there's a way I can cut it out. So I'm going to draw a square. Oops, there we go. I'm going to draw a square. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yes, all you do is you draw that square and then you delete. And when you do that, it's actually going to create a transparent box, right? You can make it whatever size or shape you want. You can get really crafty here and do a lot of really cool things. We can start drawing some circles and do some other stuff if we want. So if we just select right here, ellipse, if I wanted to like, I don't know, get really custom right there, and then take that same thing and do another one right here. Let me move it. I don't know if I can move it or not. Yep. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Let me get a better ellipse here. Just trying to give it a little bit of shape, right? I'm going to delete. Do you see this pattern? This is a transparency. This is a cutout, essentially. So I literally just took the background and I just created a transparency. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to export this as a PNG file. So we're exporting as PNG. We're going to save it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it into the overlay section of StreamYard. So I'm going to go ahead and get into my brand area, my brand tab, and I'm going to upload the overlay. And keep in mind, again, just want to make sure everybody knows, if you want to use custom overlays, if you want to use custom backgrounds, custom logos, you do have to be on one of our paid plans, including the Essentials plan, the Basic plan, or the Pro plan. Now, the Essentials plan was a temporary sale that we offered during Cyber Week. And so if you're on the Essentials plan, you should be able to use custom overlays, custom graphics in your streams. I know that somebody had that question earlier, and so I want to make sure that I pointed that out. You do have to be on a paid plan, to use these graphics for sure. Okay, let's see here. Lots of questions coming in about all kinds of things. Let's keep it relevant to today's topic, right? Okay, so let me now show you what this is going to look like. So I've uploaded the transparent graphic as an overlay. I think it's going to work. Oh yeah, it's going to work. You guys ready for this? There you go. There was the background graphic that we designed. We took it into Photopea and we just cut it out. We cut it like a cookie cutter. We cut out the inside of the box, and I have to kind of slouch now. And now we are in it. I see a little flaw in my graphic because I didn't deselect that little line. You kind of see it right here. See that little line right there? But you get the gist, or the drift. So the gist, you get the gist. So if you do want to kind of fast track the whole frame style before we release that feature, or if you want it to be really custom, then take the background graphic and cut out the middle, and you can actually have your own border. You can actually customize your border. You could even put some text up here at the top of the border if you wanted to. Now, that's actually a super cool feature of Photopea that I think is great. It's a free application for anyone to use. It's a web browser application, so you don't even have to create an account, which is crazy to me. But it's there for you. You saw how easy I did it. You just draw your shape, delete it, and it's going to be transparent. Export it as a PNG file, and then here you are. You have your own custom holiday border using one of our backgrounds. So, if you wanted to have yourself visible like that, that would be one of the ways that you can do it. It's a fast track way to what we're going to be releasing soon. So hopefully you guys like that. I love using Canva as well. So Paranormal Gateway Paratalk says, I love using Canva. I actually love Canva, But Canva doesn't currently have a feature where you can cut out like that. At least I don't think they do, unless they've snuck that one in there and I didn't see it. But right now you can't do the whole cutout and create your own frame. You can create transparent overlays if you are on a paid plan. I mean, transparent PNG files. But right now I don't think you can cut anything out, right? So definitely wanted to make sure everybody knew that, because I love Canva as well, but it's definitely the tricky part. Okay, let me see. Kamisha, we showed, so I'll show you guys again the inside our Facebook group. You have to be a group member to access the post. So you want to be in Facebook, be in our Facebook community, and have I lost that tab? I have lost the tab. Let me get back in there. Facebook group. So search Facebook community on Facebook. Join the community. And at the very top, you will see featured posts inside the group. And that is where you will find where Julie is posting these graphics, these links to these graphics. So I will share my screen again. So this is if you're in the Facebook group, you'll see this cover photo. Scroll down ever so slightly. And right here for featured, it might look different on your mobile phone than it is on a computer. So just keep that in mind. But right here is where you want to, and you can scroll through and go find the old one. Here's November's graphics, and then there are October's graphics as well. I will see what we can do about getting everyone access to the master folder. But if you click on here, you are going to see a Google Drive link. You have to click the post and then click on this Google Drive link. So depending on what you see, you might have to open this post up and then again, click on this link, and you should be just fine in getting those graphics. So Casadores, I will see what we can do about making sure everyone has, again, that parent folder. The confetti one is in the parent folder. So if we go out to assets for community, you notice December, November, October, those links I just showed you will take you directly into these. But I will make sure that we are also giving everyone this main parent folder, because the overlays folder here is where the confetti is. So we'll work on that, getting everybody that. Again, join the Facebook group, and I'll get with Julie and have her make sure that she posts that so that we can have that in there. So, okay. So let's see here. You don't need to repeat your question, Samuel, but if you want a pro account, you need to upgrade your account. You would go into your StreamYard account, and if you go to my account, you can actually upgrade from there to the professional plan if that's what you'd like to do. So, okay, I am going to go ahead and start answering some questions. I've got all kinds of questions in here. Really want to make sure I take the time to do that. Ooh, yes. Hiroshi says, if you have Snagit software, you can make part of the graphic transparent. Snagit is not free though. Correct. Snagit is actually a great application. I feel like it's Mac only, but maybe it's for PCs as well. But yes, another great recommendation for sure. Okay, let me see. Let me go up here and jump in. Okay, so I'm going to actually open up my starred comments and start getting to some questions. Okay, so Garen says, how can I get a moving background when live where the quality still looks good? Okay, so Garen, what Garen is referring to is the background. So if he wants an animated background, you can actually use an animated GIF file for a background in StreamYard, but it's the same limitation as an overlay. It does have to remain under 3 megabytes. A lot of times when you are creating a full-size graphic that's animated, it can be difficult to keep the file size under 3 megabytes. So what you could do though is you can actually use Canva. Canva is a great tool. There are some easy ways to do it, just small. I would not recommend you use videos, because those videos that you want to put in the background typically do put your file size over 3 megabytes. You could design an application and then, or design a background and then use an optimizer to try to reduce the frame rate, which will actually get your GIF file lower. But you can do a GIF, an animated GIF in your background, and that will actually work as long as it's 3 megabytes or less. Let's see. So Ferocious Beard Company said, on a previous stream, I was provided this Google Docs link, but I do not have access to the files. is this only because I have not had my Facebook group access provided yet? The Google Docs link shouldn't have anything to do with your Facebook account, your Facebook access, any of that. So if you have the Google Drive link, you should have access to the files. Now, as we were just talking about, if you have a Google Drive link to just the December folder, then you may not have access to the other folders. So again, I will get with Julie on how we're doing that and see if we can kind of look at maybe a way to provide a parent folder for anyone. Maybe we have there might be a reason why we aren't doing that, but I'll get with her to make that suggestion. And depending on how you got the link. So he said, the Ferocious Beard Company, they said that somebody provided them the link. When they shared the link with you, it's possible they didn't share it correctly, because if they didn't, the way they shared it, they may not have actually given you the correct access. So you need to go into the Facebook group and click on those links through there. If it's telling you don't have permission, then there's a reason. That's because the link that was generated when they sent it to you was not generated with the right permissions. But the ones in our group have been generated with the right permissions. You should not have to. They should be totally easy to access, no problem for them. So are these free features editable with our own logo? With your own logo, you can certainly take the background files, as I showed earlier, and add your logo to them. You can add some watermarks to them if you want. As far as the animated GIF files, if you have a way to edit that transparent GIF, with the proper application, you could certainly add more things to the file as well. We haven't released any permission restrictions with those graphics. So as far as I know, you could totally do exactly what you're asking. How about animated lower thirds from StreamYard? Do we have that? As of right now, there aren't any. These graphics don't include an animated lower third. So what him is referring to is an overlay graphic that is a GIF, but is maybe like a, hey, subscribe now, something like that. As far as right now, I don't believe there are any of those lower third styles in these free assets. Right now, they're just backgrounds and some overlays that are, some animated overlays and a couple countdown timers. So follow-up question, are these features available to the Essential plan? Yes, the Essential plan, you should be able to use a custom overlay, custom background, even a custom logo, which will allow you to use these even in the Essentials plan. Great question. Okay. Did I miss how to move the downloaded asset into StreamYard? Okay, Sharon. Let me go ahead and I'll do a quick demo for you on that part. So let's see here. I was talking about it, but I wasn't showing you. So you didn't miss that part. Let me do a quick demo over here. Okay, so share my screen. So if you're in StreamYard, okay, then you will see out to the right. Let me make this bigger. You will see out to the right here. You have banners, comments, banners, brand, private chat settings. You want to go to brand, and then you will see in the brand the logo section, and you will have a plus there if you are on one of those paid plans. The same goes for overlays. And so you just simply click on the plus and then grab your file and add it. And it's going to literally upload it. And then you can also change the name of that file after you're done. So if you go here, you can actually rename it to, whatever you want to call it. And you can also rearrange these in order, which I actually love to do, especially if you're going to be using them in a particular order. You do the same thing with backgrounds. You just simply hit the plus and you add it. So, and then when you want to display it, you are going to select it, and it's going to display, and then you're going to deselect it when you want to turn it off. So that's actually how it works inside of the actual StreamYard studio. So super, super easy. Just get in there, and once you start tinkering around, I guarantee you'll have no problem using that. Kathleen says, where do we find these replays? Also, is there a place I can go to see all the updates? So Kathleen, any of the replays, you can watch them wherever you want to watch. YouTube is probably the easiest place to watch the replays of our live shows. We actually have playlists set up, but even if you're in the Facebook group, you can just go up to the videos tab and you will actually see any of the live streams that we stream into our Facebook group. But YouTube is actually a really great place as well. I know that you're watching from Facebook, so it might be easiest for you to join our Facebook community and then again, click on the videos tab up at the top and you will actually see that's where you're going to access those. But we also have, of course, our YouTube page. With those of you that aren't subscribed yet, definitely make sure you subscribe because you will get notifications when we go live. You can see here that Christian and Charles Matthews will be live this Saturday doing more live stream reviews. Super great show. It's kind of like a call-in show. It's awesome. And you can just select reminder. But you're going to see a lot of playlists here, including if you scroll down, here are all of the Ask StreamYard shows. So if you click on that, you'll see a lot of shows. We're actually on episode 34. So we've been doing this show for quite a while. And I love those of you that keep coming back over and over and over again. But that's the easiest place for you to actually watch, I think, our replays. Also, those playlists are organized to help you with what stage you're in your live streaming journey. So, okay. Vitor says, Melanie, how did you hide the Facebook profile and name? So earlier I displayed a comment that was somebody commenting inside our Facebook group. I didn't hide it. It's actually it's a privacy setting. So displaying comments. So StreamYard uses an integration with these social media profiles using API. What that does is it's basically transmitting data back and forth. And so when I'm public on a YouTube page and your public comment is public, then it's automatically that permission is granted for basically YouTube says you can, we're going to allow StreamYard to see this person's face, their profile name, and their comment inside of your application. When I say your application, I mean StreamYard. So in the StreamYard studio, I can see these comments. But if somebody's in a private Facebook group, that is a private environment. So when someone joins a Facebook group, their comments, their content is intended to be private to only group members. So basically, Facebook has blocked that piece. That data doesn't get transmitted. The comment text gets transmitted, but to protect that user's privacy, because they're in a private group, their face and their name does not transmit to the StreamYard studio. The workaround, if you don't care and if you want StreamYard to be able to display your comment, then you just simply go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, and that you're basically granting Facebook permission to transmit your face and your name to StreamYard so that it can be displayed inside the studio. So it's actually not a setting where, I made an adjustment or I made a change. It's the users hasn't set their permissions up to allow us to have that access. So that's what that is. But great question. Letitia says, I still can't pin comments. Should I contact support or wait a few days? As far as I know, Letitia, pinned comments should be accessible to everyone. Basically what it is in the comment, the only thing I would say is maybe log out of your account completely and then log back into your account. But if you're still not seeing it, then yes, definitely reach out to support@StreamYard.com. It's sometimes a feature that there could be something unique to your account. I'm not sure that maybe it didn't somehow get the feature, but try logging out, log back in, and then it's just a little star next to the three dots on the comments inside the studio. So hopefully we'll get you taken care of there. Okay, so Matthew wants to know where the referral link is. Okay, let me show you really quickly inside of StreamYard. Let me go back in there. If you go up to, so I'm not going to click through all the way, but let me show you really fast. Go to my side. If I share my screen. Okay, so let me turn off the logo so you can completely see what I got going on here. Okay, do you see right here, up here, top right-hand corner, right? See where it says My Account? So when you log into StreamYard, you will go right into your studio. Right up here, you'll see My Account. And if you click My Account and you go to referrals, you are going to see your unique referral link in there. You're also going to see any clicks, number of clicks, and also the amount that's been applied to your account, the amount that's still owed to your account, and the amount that's pending per somebody upgrading. So you're going to see plenty of information there. So go to my account up here, and then you will see referrals. And if you click that, you're actually going to see your own unique referral link so that you can be, as I said, sharing about StreamYard, hopefully getting some of your audience members to sign up, and therefore you get some credit into your account as well. Great question though. So Zev says, can we create GIFs through Canva? So you can create GIFs in Canva. I think that, yeah, you can try, I was just had to think about it for a second. I believe even on the free account, you can download a GIF file. You cannot create a transparent GIF file. So the GIFs that we have that we're showing you all and playing around with and having fun with, these are GIF files, but they are transparent, which is why you can still see me. As of right now, Canva does not have the ability to do transparent GIF files. And so that is the limitation with that application. There are other applications out there where you can actually create transparent GIF files. So you might want to check a few other options out. Just do a Google search because there's a ton out there. So you can even, if you're an Adobe user, there are Adobe products that will make this possible for you, of course, as well. Okay, Ferocious Beard Company, lots of great questions today. Is it less professional looking to just use the background as a green screen background versus cutting out a frame? Is it less professional looking to just use the background as a green screen background? Okay, that's a great question. So I actually forgot about that feature. I forgot about that showcase. So what Ferocious Beard Company's doing is helping me out, so I super duper appreciate it. But literally, I can also... I'm going to do a demo of this. I'm thinking about how I want to do the demo. I'm going to do a demo of this. So if you go into your StreamYard account. Okay, so if you enter the studio, I'll share my screen again. Here we go. You're going to actually see, some information here. So enter the studio. I'm in the studio, but if I go down here to camera and mic, hold on. All right, I'm going to go down at the bottom where it says camera and mic. And if I select that, you are going to notice virtual background as an option. So we can go to virtual background and you can upload a background. So you can actually upload the holiday background, save it, and that is the other way that you would actually show how to do this. So great point. Love this. There we go. So you can see here, that is what it looks like. Now, here's the deal. The virtual background is using artificial intelligence. If you have a green screen, this is going to look a lot better. I don't have a green screen behind me. So it's using artificial intelligence. I'm sort of blending with my background, as you can see, if I move around too fast. So it's not the perfect solution. It is going to work better in different environments. But if you have a green screen, you could totally use our free backgrounds as your virtual background using that green screen function. So certainly an awesome, awesome point. I definitely totally forgot to include that in what we're talking about for sure. So I wanted to make sure I touched on that. Okay, great point. Great question. Let me get back up because I went through all of my, I just went through all of the pinned questions that I had so far. So I want to make sure that I don't have any other questions that I'm missing from you all. So, but that was a really good question from the Ferocious, what is it? The Ferocious Beard Company. It's a fun name. Okay, so I'm back in, hanging out with you guys. Okay, there we go. I'm looking at your comments. I'm just checking up. Oh, okay, good. So Hiroshi says Snagit has both Windows and Mac, even single license that allow to install 2 PCs. Well, that's pretty generous. That's nice. Okay, good to know. Thank you for providing that information. I appreciate that. Yeah, okay. So This is hilarious. There was a time when I was on a stream and it was like going so long and I was starving. Do you guys, that is so funny. Not Slim One remembers. Yeah, he brought me a sandwich when I was in the stream, but I couldn't eat it while I was on the stream. You know, I was starving, but I couldn't eat it while I was here hanging out. I was hungry though. I was starving. Okay. Oh, my stomach's gone right now. You probably just heard that. It's always lunchtime when we do this stream for me. It's always lunchtime. Okay. Let me make sure there aren't any more questions. I want to make sure there aren't any more questions from you guys. We were talking about using the free GIFs from StreamYard, the assets. So we'd have overlays and free backgrounds. You definitely have to be part of our Facebook community in order to get those graphics. And so if you're just not joining us, that's what we were talking about today. And we were talking about how to use those to increase the production value of your stream. So using these animations, using the custom backgrounds, it just customizes your stream a little bit more, and it does add a professional element because I'm a huge advocate to just, hey, go live with your phone if that's all it takes for you to keep going live. And you can absolutely just use StreamYard.com on your phone and use a lot of cool features. But honestly, if you can get to the point where you're adding other things into your streams, you are going to up that professionalism of your stream and the quality, and it is going to have your your audience members coming back for more. But also, like I said earlier, stopping the scroll. We need to stand out in that busy newsfeed on Facebook and in our social media platforms, and that's just one of those things that is really important. That I think we want you. You're working hard. You're showing up. You want people to see your stream, and so these are definitely some ways that you can add an extra professional element to your streams so that you can get more eyes on those streams for sure. Okay, let's see here. I want to make sure I'm not missing any more questions. So, oh yeah, as far as the updates go, thank you, Jennifer, for this because Kathleen did ask about feature updates. So in our Facebook group, the town halls are every Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And if you tune into those, you are going to, that is the fastest, earliest way for you to hear about most of our feature updates. So Dan and Gage, the founders of our application, they go live every Sunday night and they talk about what they're working on. They ask questions. They ask about how you might use a particular feature. Sometimes they will give you a sneak peek at a feature as well. But also, she's right, Tristan Griffith does also do kind of a fun little recap post on Mondays typically where he kind of gives us the bullet points about what was talked about. So if you miss it, then that would be where you would go for that. So thank you, Jennifer, for pointing that out. Sound Slingers Studio. When are we going to be able to stream to Instagram? That will only happen if Instagram gives applications permission. And right now you can't. So they've blocked their API so that they don't want these kinds of streams on their profile or on their platform yet right now. So right now it's really not a StreamYard thing. It's an Instagram thing. So if the Instagram decides to open that up, then you would be able to do that, right? You'd be able to do that. So, okay. All right. I am making sure. Oh, well, thank you, Mariano. I appreciate that. I love it when you guys keep coming back and we're having a lot of fun over here. And I love it when I see the same names and faces. And I also love that you are up-leveling your live streams. This is absolutely one of my goals, is to get people doing more with their videos and just having fun. It's definitely one of those things I want everyone to know that I'm so passionate about, right? I'm so passionate about it. Okay. I do look up into the side when I'm thinking. I need to change my size so I can see more of your, so sometimes when I do demos and I share my screen, I actually will change the zoom size of Chrome so that it makes things larger on the stream so that you can see things better and read the text of what I'm sharing. But it also will update my StreamYard studio, which means all your comments get really big too. And then I can see, I can't see as many of them in the studio at the same time. So I definitely wanted to point that out. Lee says, wow, I didn't know that was possible with the virtual background. That's awesome. Well, I totally forgot about it, honestly, because the virtual background is super new. Before, you had to have a green screen for it to work, and now you don't. So you actually can, but you saw there's ups and downs to using that virtual background for sure. You convinced me to use the duck GIF. Thanks. Well, Don Moody, I'm super excited about that. I want you to use the duck GIF. Again, as I mentioned, it's a great way. It's a great way for you to just add a little bit of extra flair, especially if you're advocating and trying to get people to start using StreamYard for your referral link. So, all right, my friends. Well, here is what's awesome. So we are at the top of the hour. I don't see any more questions right now. But if you are just tuning in and you missed most of this, then what I want you to do is I want you to go back and watch the replay, because we talked about a lot of things. We talked about how to access the free graphics that StreamYard is now providing to you. So there are, for 3 months now, October, November, and December, they have provided the free GIFs. They are backgrounds. There are some animated overlays that you can be using in your streams. They are seasonal right now, but I know that we've talked about working on some other ones as well. Definitely join our Facebook community so that you can get access to those graphics. You simply just go to the top of that group and you will see featured posts and scroll through theirs, and you will find each link for each month of those graphics. And as I mentioned, I'll be getting with Julie to make sure that we can, provide maybe a link to some of the other ones as well, or the master folder to those, so that you can get those and have an easy bookmark so that you don't miss any of those graphics or any of those posts. So that's what we talked about today. And then I showed you how to use these, how to customize the background even by cutting out and making your own frame. So hopefully you found this helpful and that you are going to be using these graphics in your actual streams. Next week, we'll be back again, live again. So this show is every single Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So I would love to see you back here again. Again, we multi-stream it on StreamYard's Facebook page, StreamYard's Facebook group. We're over on LinkedIn, we're on Twitter, and we, of course, are on YouTube. So wherever you like to enjoy watching, make sure that you have your notifications turned on. And also, I just want to point another plug over to our YouTube channel. There's a lot of great tutorials over there. The team is doing a really great job of just making sure that as these new features are coming out, that they're providing tutorials for how to use them. But also, there's a lot of great content over there, similar to this show, about how to up-level and how to create professional live videos, get more out of those live videos. So definitely make sure that you check out the YouTube channel and give it a subscribe, because lots of great stuff over there and lots of great content that will help you do what you're trying to do and make your live videos even better. So definitely make sure that you join us next week. I will be back again with another episode. It's going to be another good one. And again, every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Hopefully I'll see you guys back again. And until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to click on the right tab here and give this a proper ending. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. See you later.